sure we pop up there. Yep, live stream right now. Okay, we're good. All right, now I'm about to turn station on. What's good, everybody? Is back once again with the Rush Experience. This is the last interview today. We got my man Cypher Lot. How you doing, Mr. Cypher Lot?
How you doing, man? It's an honor. It's an humble honor for me to be on your show. I got goosebumps right
Oh,
now.
it's all good, man. This should be one of many, man. If you keep working, and let's see what that product you got like.
Man, I'm always on my grind. Let's get it.
Yeah,
Let's get it.
hopefully you meet the criteria, man. Cause yeah, but where you from, bro?
I'm from Salisbury, Maryland. Born in Salisbury, raised in Baltimore. Moved back home to Salisbury. This is my home. This always been my home. All of my family are from Salisbury, Maryland, Eastern Shore area.
Okay.
So, yep.
So,
I got two brothers.
far as the hip hop
Go ahead.
presence there, is it a big hip hop presence or is it steadily building and growing? Give me a little insight on the process of
Oh,
hip
most
hop there.
definitely. Man. Actually, I'm gonna give you a little history and family history. On my mom's side, I got a lot of cousins who are in the hip hop industry, independent
Okay.
artists. I got Pappy Nicks, my cousin Ray Ray, my cousin North Star. That's on my mom's side, and countless others. And then on my dad's side of the family, we grew up in church. So I got Juanita Conti. She's signed with under numerous gospel artists, Jonathan
Okay.
Nelson, um, um, James Fortune, and Fire. So music,
It's
especially hip hop and gospel music, is in our
right.
DNA.
Got you.
It's in our DNA.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, you dropped some names. You did drop some names.
Um, I usually don't name drop, but I have to. I gotta give a shout out to my family.
Oh, for sure. So, far as hip hop, man, who influenced you, or what made you gravitate to want to be a hip hop artist?
Well, Tupac was my biggest influence because I loved his cadence, the way he flowed, and then the way he talked about the community and the many struggles that went on, in the black community. In fact, and then actually my mom is my greatest influence because she taught us about our history and she taught us to, pursue our dreams. My dad is also, or was also, my biggest influence. When I was 7 years old, I don't know if you can see behind me, I have the
I
keyboard,
see you.
but when I was 7 years old, he gave me a keyboard for Christmas, and because he did just that, I wanted to make him proud. So I will always practice on the keyboard. I will always, I can remember standing in front of the mirror with a brush in my hand and singing. And, I didn't start really rapping until I was 21 because I was outside my comfort zone. But I found that people enjoyed listening to me because
With
of the passion I had behind my
right.
lyrics. So, but yeah, Tupac has been my greatest influence, and then my mom and my dad.
How long you been doing this?
Man, music has been my first love since I was knee high to a grasshopper. Like I said, it's in our DNA. I
But
grew up in church. I
really,
played
I mean,
drums.
like
I played piano.
to the. I'm talking about now. I'm talking about into really hip hop and writing, because I mean, you could be in the church and you can learn the instruments and all that, but it's a little different lane once you want to start jumping in the hip hop game.
Hip hop has been like I've been doing this, like I said, since I was 21. But I've really gotten serious about it when I was like 23, 24, when I was struggling. It's
Gotcha.
about, my greatest tribulations became my greatest asset.
Ooh,
You know what I mean?
that's deep, bro.
Because it was during those times where I felt like I couldn't turn to anybody and talk to them about my problems. I mean, yeah, I had therapists and stuff like that, But to really get to the root of it, I found that when I rapped about it, it relieved the pressure a little bit. Like I never wanted to be in the spotlight. I never wanted to be an entertainer. I just needed an
outlet.
outlet
Yeah,
because
outlet. That's
you,
what's
you
up,
know,
bro. Hey,
hmm
I'm ready to
and then
listen to the music
it
now,
stuck
man.
with me.
You got me intrigued. I want to listen to
All
what
right,
you got. Let me see what we got here,
all right,
bro. All
all
right.
right.
You got any Pacific one that you want to release first,
Um,
or not really?
hold on. My mic. I want you to listen to Kingdom Vision.
Uh, I got through. I'm gonna tell you what I got. I got no peace, problematic, and
Hmm.
locked and loaded.
No peace, no justice.
Let's go.
Short and sweet, but powerful. All right.
Cypher light, y'all. Let's see what the flow like. Let's go.
My heart is breaking. My heart is breaking. It's getting scary out here. Listen. I'm fighting for my peace without any means necessary. Racism and inequality, I need to decimate it. Tearing the system down from limb to limb. We got to come to God to kill the poison within. There will be no peace if there is no accountability. The bloodshed won't cease. They ain't taking responsibility. Antagonizing our youth to riot and loot. To confirm their reasoning to draw out the guns and shoot. And we fall for it every single time. It's time to wake up, pay attention, and read between the lines. We are at war with principalities in the air. They influence the minds of those who don't care about the souls of our children. In the fact, we are co-heirs to the throne of grace. That's why I'm moving by faith, and I got my sword swinging with no pain on my face. Yeah, with war pain on my face.
Yeah, that was straight, bro. Who did the production?
Yeah, like I said, my greatest for me, tribulation can turn into a great act. You know how to utilize it. That was during the time of the George Floyd incident,
Okay.
the Breonna incident, all those police shootings, and the riots in Baltimore, the riots in Michigan and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Flint, Michigan, you got the riots in St. Louis, Missouri, and stuff like that. And I'll be looking at the news a lot, and the issue, the main concern that I have in our community is the only time we want to get together is when it hits close to home. But after all the rioting, after all the arguing, after all the outcries and stuff like that, we go back to our selfish ways. And so it really bothered my spirit. And so I had to come into the studio and I was like, okay, God, this is laying heavy on me. Help me to send that message out there because we fall for the same tricks every single time. You keep pushing that same button. I would think we will learn our lessons and be like, okay, fighting is not working for us. Going out and robbing and looting, we giving them the excuse to draw out their guns and shooters. We already
It's an
black. That's,
excuse. You're right.
you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
Yeah.
We already black. We're already black. That's a strike that it wasn't our fault
Nah.
that we're black, but they used that against us.
Mm-hmm.
But on top of that, the message that I'm trying to send is instead of being violent, we need to come together as one movement, as one body. We know who we are. If we begin to understand whose we are, And we don't need to worry about outside issues because it's not going to affect us in a negative manner. We're going to be powerful. We are a powerful force to be reckoned with. But it's up to us to understand whose we are first.
Yeah, we keep getting
And that's
tricked.
basically the message of that song.
We keep
We
getting
keep getting
tricked.
tricked.
Yeah.
We fall for the same tricks every single time.
Yeah.
And the police out there looking at us and they laughing at us. They don't even. My mom used to tell me stories, about the civil rights movement. I mean, she would have books on top of books on top of books on top of books. Do you know why our ancestors or our great grandmothers had so much obstacles or so much adversary in their time? Is because in their own community. I mean, look at Tulsa, Oklahoma. They
The
eradicated that black
whole
town because it was Black Wall Street.
yeah.
It was we were powerful,
Without nobody
but
help.
now look at,
No help.
without nobody. Listen, but I say that to say they feared us.
That's why they tore it
They took
down.
away our power. Look at the right.
But
Look,
back
look,
then
look,
that happened in a
look at where
few
we
other
at
places
now.
too, bro. It happened. It happened in a few other places, and that was the way.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to be, but it is a very emotional moment for me, man. Because I'm to the point now that I'm sick and tired of sitting by and not saying anything about it. Like I know who I am. I know whose I am. I know where I come from. I know who I belong to. I want people to wake up. I don't care about being famous. I don't care
Right.
about money or just, I don't want to. I'm
Right.
so sick and tired of walking outside in the hood. You know what I mean? And seeing what I'm seeing. It breaks my heart. I was there. I
Yeah.
was there.
I mean, we got a long way to go, man. I mean, we killing our own out here.
It's sad, man.
Yeah.
It's sad.
All right, man. We got two more joints, man.
Problematic.
Problematic. All right, y'all.
Problematic.
Let's see what the problem is. Is it problem or is it automatic? Let's go.
Problematic. Problematic. Issues in this world becoming problematic. Even the brothers like an asthmatic. I'm about to go on like an automatic. Got a full clip of holidays. Got to keep grafting. Issues in this world becoming problematic. Even the brothers like an asthmatic. I'm about to go on like an automatic. Got a full clip of holidays. About to keep grafting. Issues in this world becoming problematic. They putting numbers on their heads like it's mathematics. They out here head up like it's a bad habit. And the youth out here acting worse than drug addicts. Issues in this world becoming problematic. Leaving the reference like an asthmatic. I'm about to go on like an automatic. Got a full clip of politics. About to get cracking. Issues in this world becoming problematic. Leaving the reference like an asthmatic. I'm about to go on like an automatic. Got a full clip of politics. About to get cracking. Massive shootouts turn into homicide. Fatherless orphans contemplate the suicide. I'm on a mission, desperate to give them practice. I fell on the break so I can give them life. Issues in the world becoming problematic. Legal with brothers like an asthmatic. I'm about to go on like an automatic. Got a full clip of politics. It's about to get cracking. Issues in this world becoming problematic. Legal with brothers like an asthmatic. I'm about to go on like an automatic. Got a full clip of politics. It's about to get cracking. This war's spiritual, so I don't get physical. Even if I'm physical, and this shit is a different nation. There is no condemnation, cause I'm from a boy preacher. I'm from a holy nation, a holy nation. Issues in this world becoming problematic. Leaving the brothers like an asthmatic. I'm about to go off like an automatic. Got a full clip of politics. It's about to get cracking. Issues in this world becoming problematic. Leaving the brothers like an asthmatic. I'm about to go off like an automatic. Got a full clip of politics. It's about to get cracking. Issues in this world becoming problematic. Leaving the brothers like an asthmatic. I'm about to go off
Yeah, bro, I like that. I was over here rocking to that. Who did the track?
Young Nab, I bought his beat. I hit him up online, whatever, and we started talking. So he gave me like a list of beats he wanted me to try out on, spit to. So,
Yeah.
I bought his beats. I'm trying to push other producers, out there, you know what I mean? So, because I know how it is, I'm a producer as well. I haven't produced any of my beats yet, but I make beats.
Okay.
I'm a musician, I'm a keyboard player. So I already know how it is, how much work you put in and stuff like that. You want somebody to enjoy your art. So that's what I did. I try to give everybody a
So
chance.
you mean to tell me, like, do you have drum machine?
No, everything is on the keys.
Because what I'm getting at is, I would think that since you make beats, you probably make something that you'd be like, dang, I know I can flip that, and just keep it yourself, and then
No,
do
I
your own
make the
stuff.
actually I have I'm gonna be honest, the only thing that I don't have is a drum machine, but I have drum loops on
Okay.
my software. So I use the drum
All right.
loops
Yep.
and then
And
I
then
the
put your
rest
keys and stuff, whatever.
and
Layer
I
over
put the
your
melodies and stuff
beats.
like
Gotcha.
right.
Hmm.
I'm saving up because everything that you see behind me, I work for.
Hey.
The only thing that was a blessing was this keyboard, but everything else, me and my wife, she has helped me too. But I work for, I'm getting it out the mud.
Hey,
You know what I mean?
I'm
So
right there
that's
with
what my
you.
mom taught
I'm
me.
right there with you. And you know what? People got to understand, this music stuff costs a lot of money. I mean, the
It do. It
keyboards, the
definitely
drum
do.
machines, the speakers, the turntable. Man, you got to come off some dough for this stuff. It ain't cheap.
But it's an investment. That's why I'm gonna share something like when I first started this journey and wanted to record, my biggest mistake was wasting time and waiting on, certain people that I thought was
Tell
going
me.
to pave the way for me. And they didn't. And I ain't mad at them. I don't knock they hustle. I'm not a hater. It is what it is. I forgive them. I give them peace. Be about your business. But I was more upset with myself because it was like I almost forgot what my mom told me. She was like, not nobody's going to take care of you better than you. You know what you want. You know your vision. You know your dreams. You need to write it down. Write your plan out. Write your list of pros and cons, and go for it. Don't let anybody stop you. One of my biggest things that I carry with me is, you know, if it's my passion, if it's my dreams, I'm not going to allow anybody to stop me from pursuing it. I don't care who it is. I am my mother's child. Shout out to my mom because she's watching it now. But I am my mother's child. You know what I mean? So if I ain't listening to anything else that she told me, that's one thing she told me. Don't let anybody stop you from pursuing your purpose. I was
Right.
destined for greatness. And it ain't by my might or by my strength, it's by the will of God that I'm able to be at this point. Because I've faced lows. I've been in the bottom of the barrel. I've hit rock bottom. I've been on drugs. I've been out of the streets game banging. All this stuff that you be hearing on the radio, like these
You
mumble
did
rappers
that.
out here, I
Yeah.
actually lived that life. That was God. We did that. I've been there, done that. So I'm able to, use my tribulations that I've been through and turn into my greatest asset to help these young boys out here that's still struggling and see no way
That's
out. There
good,
is a way
man.
out.
That's a
There
good word
always
right
is.
there, man.
You
To
know.
take your struggles and your things you've been through, and try to open up somebody, shorty eyes, and tell them the right thing instead of telling them that foolish stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Do you far as this
Last
music career thing you doing, man? You got videos out?
No, I'm looking for people to that can do music videos. It's a slow pace, but I'm steady moving. I'm steady grinding. I'm steady doing research. I got good people in my corner that's giving me good direction. A good brother of mine, shout out to Mark Ballard. He's the one that led me to you. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
yeah.
And
Shout out
that's
to
how we
Mark.
can,
He out here
you
working.
know,
I listened to his show earlier
so,
today. It was a nice show. Good show, Mark.
right. Shout out to Mark Ballard. That's my brother. I've been knowing him for years. So He's been, pointing me in the right direction, getting connected, get networking with other people. So, I'm just moving by the spirit, and whatever God's will is His will. I'm ready to do the videos. I'm ready to start performing. You know what I mean? I'm not like Superman. I don't. What you see in the studio is what you would see out there in the streets. I'm not. I don't switch. I ain't like Clark Kent or no
Yeah,
Superman in the
it
booth.
is
You
what
know
it
what I mean?
is. What you see is what you get. Yeah, I got you.
What you see is what you get.
So, do you have any
Raw and
music
uncut.
like far as like streaming? You got stuff streaming. You got
Yeah,
mixtapes.
I got. Yep, I got a single out. Actually, I got a couple. Lock and Loader is out on Amazon, iTunes, Apple Music, iHeartRadio, Kingdom Vision. It's on Amazon, iTunes, Apple Music, and Spotify. So I got a couple of songs out already. Long Way to Go is another single that I put out. It's on Amazon, Spotify, and Apple Music. You can stream those, or you can buy it for 99 cents.
Okay.
So, I mean, I'm been putting in work. I got a label under DistroKid. That's who's pushing my music. That's the entity that's pushing my music, and putting it on streaming. I had to pay a little bit of money to get there, but, it was taught to me, you got to spend money to make money. It's an investment.
It
This is an
is.
investment for me. So, you know, I'm invested in my craft.
You have to, man, because to be honest with you, out here nowadays, back in the day, you used to didn't have to invest that much if you was hot, but now there's so many people out here doing it that I mean, you gotta push your brand out there to even get noticed. There's so many, it's a thousand
My brand
rappers,
is
you know what I'm
Kingdom
saying?
Vision.
So you gotta do something extra to
My
get
brand
seen.
Oh yeah, I'm extra with it. I mean, man, my mom would tell you I'm extraordinary
Say
with it.
I'm extra with
I'm extra all the way.
it.
My mom would listen. My brand is Kingdom Vision. Rest in peace to my grandfather, Papa Donnie Bilal. He's the one that started. 'Cause I lived with him in California when I was 17, so he wanted to start his own, emergency fund slash business called Kingdom Vision Incorporated. Unfortunately, he had passed away a couple years ago,
Dang.
and
Sorry about that.
I prayed about it before I prayed about it before I took it on, and I asked God. He said, "Go ahead." And I strongly believe that if it wasn't in God's will for me to take that on, then
You wouldn't do
it
it.
wouldn't have
Yeah.
been revealed to me at such a young age.
Right.
So, to keep his legacy going, that is my brand, Kingdom Vision. And it's more than just a record label or soon to be record label. It involves edifying the kingdom of heaven, going out and taking care of the poor, going out and seeking the lost, going out and doing community outreach. This is not just a music thing. This is bigger than music.
I hear
This
that,
is a
bro.
movement.
Got you.
You know what I mean?
I
So
like it.
you talk about extra. I got all that.
Yeah.
Got all that. God's got me. You know.
Hey, you can't lose if you got the man. You cooked up with the man. You never lose, bro.
So
Never
Christ gang or
lose.
don't bang, baby.
Never lose. All right, man. Let's go on to Lock and
Yep.
Loaded. What's the backstory about Lock and Loaded?
So lock and loaded, this is spiritual warfare. I was always a fighter. My mom would tell you, even when I was a little kid, I was strong. I'm strong willed. I was defiant. Didn't want to listen to nobody. I was always fighting, bucking the system. So lock and loaded is about, I'm lock and loaded, waiting in anticipation, moving with precision, because my spirit is livid. That means I'm tired of the enemy, infiltrating our camp and try to take away our children, our joy, our ministry. I'm one of the people that's going to be on the front lines to pop things off like I was when I was gang
Right.
banging. I was always the first one to pop things off. I'm still the same person,
Yeah.
just that God has changed my aim, rearranged my frame, and gave me a new name. I don't mean to spit bars, but I'm just
Hey,
saying
do what you
it's the
do,
truth. It
dog.
is what it
Yeah.
is.
Nice.
you know. So yeah, lock and load. Play it. Go ahead,
Let's
play it.
go.
Go
Lock
ahead,
and
and play
Loaded.
it.
Cypher Lock and Loaded. Let's go. Rap Fiend Radio, Cypher Lock and Loaded. Let's go, y'all. Loading up my ammunition with anticipation. I move into position, ready to strike the enemy. With the things I see inside me, living in the spirit, righteous with the nation. I feel deep inside. Against the kingdom of darkness, I will bring the light. When it comes to spiritual warfare, I am.
reasons to slay the beast, and each one involves the Prince of Peace. I'm here to give God glory when I murder this beat. I'm here to give God glory when I murder this beat. Loading up my ammunition with anticipation. I move into position, ready to strike the enemy with precision. The things I see has got me lifted in the spirit. Loading up my ammunition with anticipation. I move into position, ready to strike the enemy with precision. The things I see has got me lifted in the spirit. Yeah. I'm sick and tired of the devil and all its devices. The world is so sick, full of lustful desires. We need not to be quiet, the enemy is at the gate. It's nothing casual about being a Christian, so stop abusing God's grace. So tell me y'all are scared to expose the lies. If that's the case, then you need to pick a side. Cause I'm gonna preach the gospel to the day that I die. Doesn't matter if I face death, I'd rather die than deny. I'd rather die than deny. I'd rather die than alive. Loading up my ammunition with anticipation. I move into position, ready to strike the enemy with precision. The things I see has got me lifted in the spirit. Loading up my ammunition with anticipation. I move into position, ready to strike the enemy with precision. The things I see has got me lifted in the spirit. Loading up my ammunition with anticipation. I move into position, ready to strike the enemy with precision. The things I see has got me lifted in the spirit. Loading up my ammunition with anticipation. I move into position, ready to strike the enemy with precision. The things I see has got me lifted in the spirit. But though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds, casting down imagination and every high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of God, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Christ. And having in the readiness to revenge all disobedience when your obedience is fulfilled. And having in the readiness to revenge all disobedience when your obedience is fulfilled. Loading up my ammunition with anticipation. I move into position, ready to strike the enemy with precision. The things I see has got me lifted in the spirit.
Yes, sir. All right, Safala, you put it down. Army for Christ.
Yeah.
Put it down, bro. They know, hey, they
It's
know how
Christ
you
gang of
coming
don't
when they
bang.
listen to the lyrics, man. Hey, you telling them what it is. Tell them what it
It's
is.
Christ gang of don't bang. It's Christ gang of don't bang. You're Kingdom
Right
Vision.
on.
Yeah.
So, shout
Yeah,
outs,
man.
man. Tell them Instagram where they can get all the stuff and shout outs, man. We get on out of here.
Listen, I'm gonna give a shout out first of all to my mom, Danya Douglas Bradshaw. She's watching right now. I love you, mom. And she a pioneer for real. She's out here breaking barriers. She's a NASA aerospace engineer. She
Wow.
spearheaded the Lucy mission
Nice.
to send a satellite to Jupiter. You know what I mean? So I come from good stock. I want to give a shout out to my beautiful wife, Sharita Lynn Douglas. You know what I mean? Like we've been through thick and thin together, and we always going to be together. I don't care what nobody say. I want to give a shout out first and foremost to God, our Heavenly Father, because if it had not been for Him, I wouldn't be in this position. I wouldn't have gotten married. I wouldn't even be alive. I want to give a shout out to my brothers. I want to give a shout out to my family. I want to give a shout out to everybody out here that's consistently grinding to edify the kingdom of heaven. And this is Kingdom Vision. You can find me on Facebook under my name, Brooks M. Douglas. You can find me on Instagram too, Brooks M. Douglas. My stage name is Cypher Lot. You'll be hearing more of me pretty soon. Pretty soon you're going to see me doing performance if that's in God's will. If not, I'm still going to be on my grind edifying his kingdom and making
Yeah,
music,
keep making
giving
your
him
music, man.
all the praise.
Make your
So
music,
it's
build your
Kingdom Vision
brand,
all
you
day.
know what I'm saying? Keep
Yep,
networking and keep
yep.
pushing, bro.
But yeah, and I also want to give a shout out to my twin brother, Blair. He out there doing big things. He's a supervisor at Fresh Bakery. He should be having his own bakery shop. That boy can bake. So if y'all got any events coming up, hit him up. He in Baltimore, Maryland. Fresh Bakery on Owens Mills, Maryland. Hit him up. Hit him up. Look online. You can see his work on there. He's awesome. I also want to give a shout out to my little brother. He down here doing big things as well. Christopher, like that's my best friend. I'm giving shout outs to everybody. I gotta share the love because those are the people that continue to push me and continue to inspire me to pursue greatness and pursue my purpose. So, and I want to give a shout out to you, Rush, because you, your company, your record label, your group, I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate y'all giving me this opportunity and countless others the same opportunity.
Thank you, sir.
I want you to keep doing what you're doing. Most of all, I want you to continue to trust God and continue to guard your heart with diligence because now we done pissed Satan off. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna continue to pray for you and for your peace. And shout out to Epiphany because he out here doing
Oh
big
yeah,
things as
my man
well.
behind the
You know,
scenes, Epiphany, the guy. He's the man behind the scenes, you
I, I,
know.
I,
Yep.
I, yeah. He's been keeping me straight and keeping me in. He's been keeping me in order for real. Like he's been giving me. I mean, I had a good conversation with
Oh
him.
yeah.
I love him because he's like, you know what I
And
mean. I
that's
can't wait to
that's
meet him
I
in
mean
person,
that's
man.
good once
You
we building this bridge, this network of like-minded individuals, man. I love it. Yep.
hmm So we out here. The Bible says, "For the kingdom of heaven has suffered violence. By violence, we take it by force." Look at the type of people that God used. He used people like Moses, David, Paul. He turned Saul into
Yeah.
Paul, Peter. He cut a nigga hair off.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm
Right.
saying? He looking for people like
Yeah,
us.
exactly.
So
He take the dirty and make it clean. That's what it
exactly,
is.
exactly.
All right, man. God
But
bless,
yeah,
man.
man.
Have a good night. Keep working. Hey, when you get some more
God
material,
bless you
come get
too.
at us, man.
I will. I definitely will. I definitely
All
will.
right, man. Peace out, brother.
Blessings.
Yep.
Peace to you.
All right, y'all. Rap Fiend Radio Rush Experience. This is another one done. Yo, next week we got more independent flavor. So keep it locked, y'all. Saturday.
So, good luck, y'all.